Welcome, coin collectors and history enthusiasts. In today's video, we're diving into the world of rare and valuable Jefferson Nickels, some of the most sought-after coins in the US. You might be surprised to learn that the humble nickel could be worth a small fortune. From unique mint errors to rare varieties, these coins have captured the attention of collectors for years. Stick around as we explore the top 5 most valuable Jefferson Nickels that could be hiding in your collection, or even your pocket change. Let's get started. Number 1. Hey there, coin collectors and curious viewers. Today, we're diving into one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel. You might think a 5-cent coin is just, well, a 5-cent coin. But this particular nickel holds a deep history and immense value that you might not expect. So, why is the 1964 Jefferson nickel so valuable? And how can you tell if you've found a rare one? Stick around because we'll break down everything you need to know. The Jefferson nickel first appeared in 1938, replacing the iconic Buffalo nickel. With Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the front and a depiction of his Virginia home, Monticello, on the back, this coin is a classic piece of U.S. currency. But not all Jefferson nickels are created equal. While most of them are common and have little value beyond their face value of 5 cents, some, like the 1964 proof Jefferson nickel, can be worth thousands of dollars. Why? It all comes down to rarity and condition. The 1964 proof coin was produced in limited numbers and designed specifically for collectors, making it much rarer than the typical circulation versions. And when you add to that the high level of craftsmanship and attention to detail, it's easy to see why this coin commands such a high price tag. Now, how can you tell if your 1964 Jefferson nickel is a proof coin? It's all about the details. Let's go over the key features you should look for. First, the mirror-like finish. Proof coins have a distinct mirror-like surface that's incredibly smooth and reflective. When you hold a proof coin in the light, you'll see your reflection, just like a mirror. Regular coins don't have this feature. Second, sharp, detailed design. The details on proof coins are much sharper than on circulation coins. The portrait of Jefferson, the building of Monticello, and other design elements will look much crisper and more defined. And third, raised features with high contrast. The raised elements of the coin, such as Jefferson's profile and Monticello, will stand out with high contrast against the background. These raised features are very clear and well defined, so you're wondering, how do I find one of these rare coins? Here are some helpful tips. First, check your change. While it's unlikely to find a 1964 proof coin in regular circulation, it's always worth taking a quick look at your pocket change. Some rare coins do slip through unnoticed. Next, look for proof sets. Proof Jefferson nickels were often sold as part of special proof coin sets. So, check online marketplaces, auctions, or estate sales for these sets. They're more likely to contain well-preserved coins. Also, use magnification. Invest in a magnifying glass or a coin loupe. Proof coins have fine, intricate details, and magnification can help you spot those key features, like the sharp design and the mirror finish. Caring for your proof Jefferson nickels is crucial to maintaining their value. Here's how you should store and handle them. Always store your proof coins in high-quality coin flips or coin capsules. These protective holders prevent damage from dust, moisture, and accidental scratches. Avoid touching your coins with your bare hands. Fingerprints can ruin the delicate, mirror-like finish. Use cotton gloves whenever you handle these coins. The oils on your skin can cause permanent damage over time, and store your coins in a cool, dry place. High humidity and temperature swings can cause coins to tarnish or degrade. Make sure to store your rare coins in a controlled environment to preserve their quality. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much can a 1964 proof Jefferson nickel be worth? While most 1964 Jefferson nickels aren't worth much beyond their face value, proof coins are a different story. A high-quality, well-preserved proof coin can be worth up to $68,000. Yes, that's $68,000. If you happen to come across a 1964 proof Jefferson nickel in excellent condition, you could have a serious treasure in your hands. Have you ever come across a rare coin like the 1964 proof Jefferson nickel? Or maybe you're just starting your coin collection journey? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know if you found any rare coins, or if you're on the lookout for one. Coin collecting is an exciting and rewarding hobby, and learning about valuable coins like the 1964 proof Jefferson nickel can help you spot treasures right in front of you. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always remember that rarity, quality, and care are what make these coins so valuable. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck on your collecting adventures. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video on rare coins. Number 2. Welcome to today's deep dive into one of the most coveted and valuable coins in American numismatics, the 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel. If you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone who loves learning about rare treasures, you're in for a treat. What may seem like a simple 5-cent piece could be worth thousands, or even more, if you know what to look for. So, what makes these 1960 Jefferson nickels so special? Well, let's talk about that. The Jefferson nickel is one of the most iconic and enduring coins in U.S. history. It was introduced in 1938, replacing the previous Buffalo nickel, and features Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the obverse, with the depiction of his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. These coins have been circulating for decades, and many of them are still found in pocket change today, but not all Jefferson nickels are created equal. Some, like the 1960 proof Jefferson nickel, are far rarer and more valuable than others, especially in high-grade conditions. These special editions were made with extreme care, intended specifically for collectors. It's not just about the year, they were crafted with precision, using a distinct method that makes them stand out as truly special items for any coin collector. So, why are some Jefferson nickels from 1960 so valuable? Well, it's a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and the fact that they were made in limited numbers. Proof coins, like the 1960 Jefferson nickel, were never meant for general circulation. They were specially minted for collectors and feature distinct characteristics that make them much more valuable than your typical pocket change. Now, let's talk about how to spot a proof Jefferson nickel. If you think you've got one in your collection, or if you're out hunting for rare coins, you'll want to know the telltale signs. Here's how you can identify a proof version of the 1960 Jefferson nickel. First up, look for the mirror-like finish. Proof coins have an incredibly shiny, reflective surface, almost like a mirror. Hold it up to the light, and you should see your reflection in the surface of the coin. This is one of the easiest ways to tell a proof coin apart from a regular circulation coin, which will typically have a more matte, worn finish. Next, check the details. Proof coins have much sharper and crisper features compared to regular coins. The design elements, like Jefferson's portrait, the Monticello building, and even the fine lines and inscriptions, will appear sharper and more detailed than you might expect on a typical coin. Another key feature to look for is the raised elements with high contrast. The portrait of Jefferson and the Monticello building will stand out clearly, with a high degree of contrast against the background. These elements are much more precise and well-defined than you'll see on coins that were minted for regular circulation. If you've got a coin that meets these characteristics, you could very well have a proof Jefferson nickel on your hands. But of course, it's not enough to just spot one. Finding these rare coins is another story. So, how can you go about finding a 1960 proof Jefferson nickel? Well, here are a few tips. First, check your pocket change. While it's extremely rare to find proof coins in circulation, it does happen occasionally. Some coins slip through the cracks and end up in everyday circulation. You never know. You might just get lucky. Second, look for proof sets. Proof Jefferson nickels were often sold as part of proof sets, collections of coins specifically minted for collectors. These sets are usually sold in special packaging and are a great way to find a 1960 proof coin in top condition. You can find these sets at coin shops, auctions, or even online marketplaces. Third, when you're out hunting for rare coins, be sure to use a magnifying glass or a loupe. Proof coins have very fine details, and magnification can help you better examine the sharpness and quality of the coin. Look closely for the mirror-like finish, the detailed design, and the raised features that are key to identifying a proof coin. Once you've got a 1960 proof Jefferson nickel, you'll want to take good care of it. Proof coins are delicate and can lose their value if not properly maintained. So, here's how you should store your coin to protect its value. First, avoid handling the coin directly with your bare hands. Fingerprints and oils from your skin can damage the mirror-like finish of proof coins. If you need to handle your coin, always wear cotton gloves. Next, you should store your proof coins in protective cases. The best way to do this is by using coin flips, coin capsules, or specialized holders designed for coins. These protect the coins from scratches, dirt, and moisture, all of which can diminish their value over time. Finally, make sure your collection is stored in a cool, dry place. High humidity or temperature changes can cause damage to your coins, so it's important to keep them in a stable environment. A safe deposit box or a climate-controlled storage unit can be ideal. Alright, let's talk about the most exciting part. How much is this coin worth? A high-grade 1960 proof Jefferson nickel could be worth anywhere from a few $100s to a staggering $72,000. That's $72,000, if it's in pristine condition. That's right, a single nickel could be worth more than the cost of a new car, so, if you have one of these rare coins tucked away in your collection, it might be time to get it appraised. Who knows, you could be holding onto an absolute treasure. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever come across a rare coin like the 1960 proof Jefferson nickel? Or maybe you're just starting to collect? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your experiences and what rare coins you're on the lookout for. Remember, coin collecting is not just about the value. It's about enjoying the process of discovering history and preserving these important pieces of Americana. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast, there's always something new to learn and discover. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our future videos. Happy collecting, and good luck! Number 3. Welcome to today's fascinating journey through the world of rare U.S. coins, where we're diving into the 1939 Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin that's not just a piece of history but also a highly sought-after collector's item. If you've ever wondered why certain coins carry so much value, or if you're a seasoned collector looking for tips, this video is for you. Let's start with some basics. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, replacing the iconic Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse. On the reverse, you'll see a depiction of Jefferson's Virginia home, Monticello, which is where the coin gets its name. The 1939 Jefferson nickel holds a particularly special place in the hearts of collectors. Not only does it represent a key period in U.S. coinage, but it also marks a limited edition coin that is highly prized by collectors. The reason? Scarcity and the distinct design features that make it stand out from other Jefferson nickels. Some of these coins were minted in very limited numbers and in higher quality for collectors, which dramatically increases their value. It's not just about the date, it's about rarity, craftsmanship, and condition. Now, let's get into what makes these coins so valuable. A big factor that increases the value of certain Jefferson nickels is that they were minted in limited numbers. The U.S. Mint produced proof coins in smaller batches for collectors, making these coins much rarer than the ones you'd find circulating in everyday transactions. 1939 Jefferson nickels from certain mints are also highly desirable because they have a distinct quality that is hard to find in more common, circulated coins. Now, if you think you've got a 1939 Monticello Jefferson nickel or want to start hunting for one, here's how you can identify proof Jefferson nickels, the coins that hold the most value. The first thing you'll notice about proof coins is their mirror-like finish. Proof coins are polished to a high sheen and have a reflective, smooth surface. This is significantly different from regular coins, which are made for circulation and tend to have a more matte finish. A proof Jefferson nickel will reflect light like a mirror when held at the right angle, and you should be able to see your reflection on its surface. Next, sharp details are key. proof coins are struck with extra care and precision. As a result, the design elements of the coin will appear much sharper and clearer than on regular coins. If you closely examine the portrait of Jefferson and the Monticello building, you'll notice the details are more distinct and defined. These sharp lines and features are a hallmark of proof coins. Another way to tell if you've got a proof coin is by looking for raised features with high contrast. On a proof coin, the raised elements, such as Jefferson's profile and Monticello, will stand out clearly and appear very well defined. This crispness and contrast give the coin a polished, high-quality appearance. So, how do you go about finding these rare coins? Here are a few tips on how to find a 1939 proof Jefferson nickel. First, check your pocket change. While it's rare to find a proof coin in everyday circulation, it's always worth checking. Proof coins sometimes slip through unnoticed, so keep an eye out during your next trip to the store. It's unlikely, but it can happen. Second, consider buying coin sets. Many collectors seek out proof sets, which were sold by the U.S. Mint to collectors. These sets are often in excellent condition and contain proof coins, including the highly desirable 1939 Jefferson nickel. You can find them in coin shops, online auctions, or even estate sales. Third, if you're serious about finding rare coins, use magnification tools like a magnifying glass or a coin loupe. Proof coins have fine details that are sometimes difficult to see with the naked eye, so a loupe can help you spot the mirror-like finish and sharp features. Once you've found a 1939 Monticello Jefferson nickel, it's essential to know how to care for it properly to preserve its value. Proof coins are delicate, and improper handling can cause scratches or deteriorate the mirror-like finish. Here's how to ensure your coin stays in top condition. First, handle the coin with care. It's best to wear cotton gloves whenever you handle your proof coins to avoid leaving fingerprints or oil residue on them. The oils from your skin can leave permanent marks on the surface, ruining its shine. Next, store your proof Jefferson nickels properly. The best way to store valuable coins is in protective coin holders, such as coin flips, coin capsules, or specialized slabs. These cases provide a secure environment for your coin and protect it from scratches, dirt, and moisture. Finally, make sure to store your coins in a safe, climate-controlled space. Extreme temperatures or humidity can cause tarnishing or corrosion, so it's important to keep your collection in a stable environment. A safe deposit box or a locked display case in a cool, dry place is ideal for storing rare coins. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1939 Monticello Jefferson nickel. The value of these coins depends largely on their condition, but a high-quality, well-preserved proof coin can be worth anywhere from a few $100s to an incredible $90,000. That's $90,000. Yes, you heard that right. If you've got a pristine, uncirculated proof coin from 1939, it could potentially fetch a life-changing sum at auction. The rarity and condition of the 1939 proof Jefferson nickel make it a true treasure for coin collectors. So, if you've got one of these rare coins, it might be time to have it professionally graded and appraised. If you've ever come across a rare coin like the 1939 Monticello Jefferson nickel, I'd love to hear about it. Or maybe you're just starting your coin collection journey and are now on the lookout for this incredible piece of history? Let me know in the comments below. Coin collecting is an exciting, rewarding hobby that allows you to preserve a piece of history while potentially making a smart investment. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned collector, every coin tells a story, and who knows, you could be holding on to a hidden gem worth thousands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any future content on rare coins and collecting tips. Happy hunting, and good luck with your collect. Number 4. Welcome, coin enthusiasts and curious viewers. Today, we're delving into one of the most exciting and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel. This coin is not just a piece of American history, it's also an ultra-rare treasure that could be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just a casual observer, the story of this nickel will captivate you. Let's dive into what makes this coin so special, why it's highly sought after by collectors, and how you can identify and care for your own valuable coins. So, what makes the Jefferson nickel such a prized collector's item? Well, like many rare coins, it all starts with its history and limited availability. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. While these coins were produced in large quantities for many years, certain varieties and mint errors make them extremely valuable today. The 1957 Monticello nickel, in particular, stands out because of its rarity, especially in certain grades. With the right combination of limited mintage and exceptional quality, these nickels can be worth far more than their face value. Now, let's talk about one of the most important types of this coin, the proof Jefferson nickel. Proof coins are special. They're made using a different process than regular coins. Unlike the typical production method, proof coins are struck multiple times with polished dies to create a mirror-like finish. This gives them a level of detail and clarity that regular circulation coins don't have. If you're lucky enough to find a proof Jefferson nickel, you've stumbled upon a true gem. So, how can you spot a proof Jefferson nickel? First, look for the mirrored surface. A proof coin should have a smooth, shiny appearance that reflects light beautifully. The details on the coin will be sharp and crisp, with no visible imperfections or signs of wear. The raised features of the coin will also stand out with incredible clarity. When you hold the coin under light, you'll notice that the design looks almost three-dimensional, making it truly eye-catching. If you have a magnifying glass, you can also check for fine details, like the fine lines and crisp borders around Jefferson's profile and the Monticello building. These are all telltale signs of a high-quality proof coin, so, if you're hunting for a 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel, here are a few tips to help you on your search. First, always examine the coin closely. Proof coins are usually found in sets, but sometimes they slip through as individual coins, especially in uncirculated or estate collections. Check local coin shops, estate sales, and online auction sites where rare coins are often listed. Be mindful of any coins that seem to shine or have an unusually pristine finish. That could be a clue you're looking at a proof coin. Once you find your prized proof Jefferson nickel, it's crucial to take proper care of it. Proof coins, with their delicate finish, are more susceptible to damage than regular circulation coins. Always handle them with care. Ideally, use cotton gloves to prevent oils from your fingers from transferring to the coin's surface. If you plan to store your coin, avoid keeping it in an envelope or any place where it might rub against other objects. Instead, use a coin flip, coin capsule, or a specialized coin holder to protect it from scratches, moisture, and air exposure. Proper storage ensures the coin's value doesn't diminish over time and allows you to preserve its beautiful finish. Now, let's talk about the value of this rare coin. A typical 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel might be worth only a few cents, but proof coins or those with special errors can skyrocket in price. When graded highly and in excellent condition, the value of these coins can reach staggering amounts. Some of these rare coins have been known to sell for up to $65,000. Yes, you heard that right, $65,000. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and exceptional quality can turn a simple nickel into a life-changing find for any collector. Before we wrap up, here's an important question for all you viewers. Have you ever come across a rare coin, and if so, what did you do with it? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're just starting out in coin collecting, remember, the hunt is half the fun. Research, explore, and don't forget to take good care of your coins. Who knows? Your next discovery might be worth more than you ever imagined. So, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or simply admire the history and beauty of the 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel, now you know what to look for and how to protect your collection. Keep hunting, keep learning, and happy collecting! Number 5. Welcome back, coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a rare and fascinating coin from U.S. history, the 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel. You may think of a 5-cent coin as a low-value piece of change, but when it comes to the 1965 Jefferson nickel, that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, This coin is one of the most valuable and highly sought-after collectibles in the world of numismatics. You might be wondering, what makes this coin so special? Well, it's not just its historical significance, but also its rarity and the unique features it boasts that make it ultra-valuable. If you're a coin collector or simply someone interested in the fascinating world of rare coins, this video is for you. So, let's kick things off by understanding why Jefferson Nickels, especially the 1965 Monticello version, are highly regarded by collectors. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 and replaced the famous Buffalo nickel. It features the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and on the reverse side, you'll find a depiction of Jefferson's Virginia estate, Monticello, which is why the coin is commonly referred to as the Monticello Jefferson nickel. Although these nickels were originally intended for general circulation, proof versions of the coin, especially the ones minted in 1965, have become the holy grail for coin collectors. Unlike regular circulation coins, proof coins are produced in limited numbers and are struck with an extra layer of care, resulting in sharp details and a mirror-like finish that stands out. This is what makes the 1965 Jefferson nickel so highly sought after. So, what exactly makes this 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel so rare and valuable? Well, the answer lies in its proof status. While many regular circulation Jefferson nickels were minted, proof coins are much less common. These were specially made for collectors and were not meant to be circulated as everyday money. In fact, proof coins were struck multiple times to ensure a perfect finish, and they were produced in small numbers compared to the regular coins that ended up in your pocket change. Now, let's take a look at how to spot a 1965 proof Jefferson nickel, so you can identify this rare coin if you ever come across one. First and foremost, the mirror-like surface is a key indicator that you're looking at a proof coin. Regular circulation coins have a more matte finish, but a proof coin, especially one minted in 1965, has a glossy, reflective surface that shines brightly in the light. This mirror-like effect is one of the first things you should look for when evaluating a coin's value. Second, pay close attention to the sharp details. The Jefferson portrait and the Monticello building on the reverse will appear much more crisp and well-defined than they would on a regular circulation coin. Proof coins are crafted with the utmost care to ensure that every detail is as sharp as possible, which is one reason why they are so valuable. Another thing to check is the raised features. On proof coins, elements like Jefferson's profile and the Monticello estate stand out sharply against the smooth background. The contrast between the raised elements and the smooth field of the coin makes the design appear more defined and vibrant, something you won't find in regular circulation coins. Now that you know how to spot a proof Jefferson nickel, let's talk about how to care for it. Proof coins, especially those as valuable as the 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel, require special attention. Improper handling can easily damage that mirror-like finish, which can significantly decrease its value. So, if you've got a rare proof coin in your collection, it's crucial to handle it properly. First, avoid touching the coin directly with your bare hands. Skin oils and fingerprints can leave permanent marks on the surface, so always use cotton gloves when handling your coins. This will prevent oils, dirt, or any other contaminants from damaging the finish. Second, proper storage is essential. Storing your proof coins in coin flips or coin capsules is a great way to protect them from scratches and other physical damage. These protective holders are designed to keep your coins safe, while still allowing you to view them clearly. Lastly, never store your rare coins in wallets or pocket change. These are environments where your coin is most likely to get damaged. Instead, store your coins in a cool, dry place, away from humidity and extreme temperatures, which can cause the coins to tarnish or degrade over time. Now, let's get to the exciting part: the value of the 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel. The value of any coin depends heavily on its condition, but in the case of this particular proof coin, you could be looking at serious money. When in pristine condition, a 1965 proof Jefferson nickel could be worth up to $67,000. Yes, $67,000. Why such a high value? It all comes down to the coin's rarity, condition, and the fact that it was produced in limited numbers for collectors. Proof coins like the 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel are a coveted commodity among serious coin collectors, and they're willing to pay top dollar for a well-preserved example. So, if you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in your possession, it could be time to get it appraised by a professional and see just how much it's really worth. I want to hear from you. Have you ever come across a rare coin like the 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel? Or are you planning to start your own coin collection? Let me know in the comments below. What's the rarest coin you've ever found? Remember, coin collecting isn't just about the monetary value. It's about appreciating the history, the art, and the craftsmanship that go into every coin. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just starting out, each coin tells a story and holds a piece of history that's worth cherishing. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the world of rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Number 5. Welcome back, coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a rare and fascinating coin from U.S. history, the 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel. You may think of a 5-cent coin as a low-value piece of change, but when it comes to the 1965 Jefferson nickel, that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, this coin is one of the most valuable and highly sought-after collectibles in the world of numismatics. You might be wondering, what makes this coin so special? Well, it's not just its historical significance, but also its rarity and the unique features it boasts that make it ultra-valuable. If you're a coin collector or simply someone interested in the fascinating world of rare coins, this video is for you. So, let's kick things off by understanding why Jefferson nickels, especially the 1965 Monticello version, are highly regarded by collectors. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 and replaced the famous Buffalo nickel. It features the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and on the reverse side, you'll find a depiction of Jefferson's Virginia estate, Monticello, which is why the coin is commonly referred to as the Monticello Jefferson nickel. Although these nickels were originally intended for general circulation, proof versions of the coin, especially the ones minted in 1965, have become the holy grail for coin collectors. Unlike regular circulation coins, proof coins are produced in limited numbers and are struck with an extra layer of care, resulting in sharp details and a mirror-like finish that stands out. This is what makes the 1965 Jefferson nickel so highly sought after. So, what exactly makes this 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel so rare and valuable? Well, the answer lies in its proof status. While many regular circulation Jefferson nickels were minted, proof coins are much less common. These were specially made for collectors and were not meant to be circulated as everyday money. In fact, proof coins were struck multiple times to ensure a perfect finish, and they were produced in small numbers compared to the regular coins that ended up in your pocket change. Now, let's take a look at how to spot a 1965 proof Jefferson nickel, so you can identify this rare coin if you ever come across one. First and foremost, the mirror-like surface is a key indicator that you're looking at a proof coin. Regular circulation coins have a more matte finish, but a proof coin, especially one minted in 1965, has a glossy, reflective surface that shines brightly in the light. This mirror-like effect is one of the first things you should look for when evaluating a coin's value. Second, pay close attention to the sharp details. The Jefferson portrait and the Monticello building on the reverse will appear much more crisp and well-defined than they would on a regular circulation coin. Proof coins are crafted with the utmost care to ensure that every detail is as sharp as possible, which is one reason why they are so valuable. Another thing to check is the raised features. On proof coins, elements like Jefferson's profile and the Monticello estate stand out sharply against the smooth background. The contrast between the raised elements and the smooth field of the coin makes the design appear more defined and vibrant, something you won't find in regular circulation coins. Now that you know how to spot a proof Jefferson nickel, let's talk about how to care for it. Proof coins, especially those as valuable as the 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel, require special attention. Improper handling can easily damage that mirror-like finish, which can significantly decrease its value. So if you go